Hey guys! So I am heading out, even though I am so tired. I am so tired. I want to say I got maybe 3 hours of sleep, and that's being like really generous. Like that's considering if I like my half sleep was considered sleep. Like I'm running on E. But I am heading to my mom's. It is 93 on the dash, but real feel feels like the sun is on top of my town. So I am heading to my mom's. Yesterday I created a whole bunch of content, not only for this page, but for my other ones, because I have a few of them. So I am heading over there. But it's a scorcher. It's so hot. Anyways, I've been growing these guys out for, I've never had nails before, except like maybe like for like 3 days tops in like high school when I got like the plastic, like the ones that you put on the glue-ons, and within a matter of like 2-3 days, like those things were off. So I never was really a nail person, I'm gonna be honest, until I went on a cruise and I like forgot my nail clipper, and I was like, you know what, I'll just, whatever, it is what it is. And you know, so whoa. And so I've been growing them out ever since then. So they're this long now. Everyone doesn't, like, people just don't believe me. These are my actual nails. But I get like the acrylic over them just to protect them, because I have cracked in the past 2 of them without it. So you kind of like it's just to strengthen them, but they are mine, but I keep growing them. They just keep going. So I want to see how long these can actually go. You know, obviously like without having to, you know, pick up a towel off the floor without me bending. Like I don't want to be like that extreme, but you know, I want to see how long these guys can get. I did rainbow, like sparkly for Pride Month, but I want to do something really fun for my birthday, because my birthday's coming up in 2 weeks. So crazy. But I want to do something really, really fun. So I'm trying to think of a color. I don't know what to do. Something fun though. It's my birthday. So there's that. But yeah, no, I feel like, you know, it's really, really hard if you just get like glue on nails and you just put them on. It's like you're not used to the length. But if you grow them out, you kind of get used to them. Like you kind of get, you know, you kind of grow with them. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It's really not hard. But I've never had long nails before, ever. But anyways, I have not had coffee. I don't really do coffee. Usually what I do, if I want coffee, I put like the instant coffee into my smoothie and I just mix that in. Because I just don't want to, you know, like, it just really messes up your teeth. Like it messes up the color of your teeth. So anyways, there's that. And I got this really cute ring online. It was like $3. It's so fun. It's just a really cool, fun piece. And I forgot about these. I had these. I don't really buy expensive sunglasses. One, because either I lose them or they get scratched, or I just don't, you know, like my style changes constantly, and like I like to have, you know, ones that I can just throw around, play around with, and not worry about. So it is such a nice day, you guys. It is so nice out. I love this. So I tried a lot of the food yesterday. I didn't try the pizza with the eggplant. So I'm gonna try some of that today. Maybe like bring that over as like a little appetizer. But I tried the masala fries. Super good. I like seasoned fries. I like plain fries, but I also like seasoned fries. What do you guys think? Are you guys more of a seasoned fry or plain? It depends on my mood, I guess. It's kind of like Chinese. Like, I gotta be in the mood for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, wow, traffic is killing today. But that's Long Island. That's New York for you. Is what it is. But I woke up and I'm just like, there's no way I woke up at like 11 today and I'm like, there's no way it's 11 right now. I really thought it was maybe like 7 a.m. when I woke up. I just couldn't sleep. I really couldn't sleep. Last night I took a sleep aid. I took 2 sleep aids because I couldn't sleep, and then I took a melatonin. You would think that would like have me out cold for like 2 days, but no, it didn't work. Same with the plane. When I was going to Italy, I brought my sleeping mask, I brought my earplugs, I brought my headphones, I brought sleep medicine, and when I'm telling you, like, nothing, absolutely nothing worked on that plane. I don't know, it's just weird for me to sleep on a plane. I mean, I've done it, but it wasn't happening in my trip to Italy. My trip to Thailand, though, when that happens, I should say when that happens, not if, that's like a 23-hour flight. So for sure, I'm going to be popping those like mints so I can sleep. I feel like that's going to be different because it's like almost like a day. I did the 8 hours, and I thought the 8 hours was going to be really bad, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever experienced because, like, you kind of break it up a little bit with like a movie, and then they feed you, and then, like, you know, it's not as horrible as like I was expecting it to be. A trip that's going to be 23 hours, though, on the other hand, I'm like, I hope I sleep because I want to have the next day like I'm awake and I'm good to go. I don't want to lose out on sleep. Another thing is I don't mind layovers because you can get off the plane, grab a bite to eat, grab some coffee, grab whatever, and then, like, you know, you stretch your legs a little bit and then you hop on the next flight. So I'm not super opposed to layovers. You know, if it breaks up a trip, it's not that bad. But if it's like an international, like if it's kind of like a domestic flight, like from here to, I don't know, to like Utah or whatever, like direct would be great. You know what I mean? But if it's one that's, you know, if you're taking a flight that's really, then again, you know, just take it, just do it, just get it over with. But I do not mind, you know, layover flights. I don't mind them. Direct's great, you know, because I can just get there and be fine, but I don't mind the layovers. I don't mind it. I think the worst layover was when we went to my family. This was back in 2020, and we had a flight from New York to Florida during a Mercury retrograde. If you don't know what a Mercury retrograde, it's like when everyone thinks that it's like in reverse, the planet's in reverse. It's not, it's just slow. So there's like tons of like travel delays and like interruptions with communication, all of that. So anyway, we had a flight from New York to Florida, Orlando, because we were going to Disney. This is 2020, mind you. This was like when things were just starting, and it was like going around, like there's this thing called COVID. Anyway, so long story short, something was wrong with the flight, and they needed to get somebody coming in from Denver to fix the thing on the flight, to fix the thing on the aircraft, right? My brother was also coming from Denver, meeting us in Orlando. So there was some guy in the same airport as him that had to fly to us to fix something on the flight. So it was supposed to be like, so at first the woman, you know, she's like, you know, I'm sorry about the delay, but it's going to be like 5-hour delay or something like that. you know, and she was nervous saying it. So we, you know, everyone, we got vouchers, and this was a day that I'm not even kidding. I was running so late to the flight. Like, I'm surprised, you know, I got there in time. It was just one of those days. Normally, like, now I'm like early to things because I hate being late. It just stresses me out so much. But so anyway, long story short, the guy couldn't, I guess, get there in time. And so it took hours later. Like, it was like 19 hours we were waiting we were the only people around in the airport. It was really weird because it was MacArthur, which is like out in Islip. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, but just it's like a smaller airline, a smaller airport is what I'm saying. So anyway, long story short, hours and hours later, the guy finally showed up, and it was like this one guy with like a stool and like fixing whatever was wrong on the plane. And my seat happened to be right above that. So I was a little nervous taking off, I'm not gonna lie. So that was the longest and most complicated situation that I had with a Mercury retrograde happening. I don't know what brought me to that story, but that's what happened. But yeah, when we were taking off, I was like looking out, like freaking out. All the things you said, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this in so long. Good for Pride Month. So that was that. And then we, you know, and then like it was like 2 days later after we did words, after we did Disney, it was like 2 days later they shut down the park and things got crazy. Isn't it weird, you guys, that like COVID was 5 years ago? Isn't that really weird? Such a weird time. I wonder whatever happened to this band, or this group, or whatever you want to call them. I think we're gonna go in the pool today. I'm gonna wake up a little bit. Maybe I'll grab like, I never drink them, but maybe I'll get like a Red Bull. Those are like my emergency go-tos, but I don't know. I don't know how true it is about Red Bull, but apparently there was a guy that like had a heart attack or something. He drank Red Bulls like every day, and his blood was apparently, who knows if this story is really true, but apparently his blood was like syrup. Like it's so gross. But it's like it's an emergency drink. Like if I have not slept like today, it's usually my go-to drink. It's usually like I'll have it. It's very, very rare, but like in situations like this today where I'm just absolutely just shot, I might grab one. Have you ever done that? Like where you just can't turn your mind off? Like it doesn't matter. I had like a song stuck in my head. Obviously I forgot it today, but I had a song stuck in my head and I had like 20 things in my mind. 20 tabs open, you know what I mean? It's just been one of those, it was just one of those nights, but I'm gonna sleep real well tonight. I hope. Wow, the traffic on the other side is horrible. But yeah, like I was just saying yesterday, like I would love a conversion van. How cool is that? Like you have your home, because I'm a Cancer. Like I love having like my comfort around me. And then to have that where you can change up the scenery and change up where you are. Like if you don't like your neighbors, like you could just start the engine up and bounce. But like, I think that's so great. I think that's so forward in thinking. Like I love that. I think that's such a cool concept. Like I grew up camping. We would go to Pennsylvania to visit my grandfather who was always in a camper. We just grew up camping, like tents, like where you have to like pitch a tent, put them together, like tents. You know, little tiny tents. Like I think they're great. That's why I converted my last car. I sold it, unfortunately. I love that car. My Scion XB, like the Japanese looking car, very boxy, You don't really see them here a lot on the East Coast. Like once in a while you'll see one. They're mostly West Coast because, you know, they don't rust. But I named her Fancy Cat, and I converted her into a camper conversion. I never used it once though. I never used it once. So hopefully this guy that bought it for me is gonna take it on vacations and little trips and stuff. He told me he would, so I believe him. And so I had like a sink, I had cabinetry. It's on my page somewhere. You gotta just scroll back a while and you could see it. It was so great. I miss my little Fancy Cat. But I also love this car now. I got this great car. And she's really good to me. This is a great car. I don't have a name for her though. Back in the day when I used to speed, I would probably name it like Silver Bullet, but now I just kind of, I don't know. I like taking my time getting to places. I'm not like a right lane driver. I'm more of like a left lane, but I mean, I used to go really fast. Back in the day, like if I had to be somewhere, you know, if I had like class or something or whatever, I don't know. I used to go kind of quick. But it wasn't one of those people that would like cut everybody off and like, you know, pretend I'm in like Speed Racer. Like I wasn't one of those people, but I did get from A to B pretty quickly. But yeah, I don't really do that too much anymore. Not really so much. Ooh, Indiana plates in front of us? I don't really see a lot of Indiana plates. Even my AC it's working, but it's not. It feels cool. The AC is pretty good in here, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just very hot out today. So it's working overtime now. And the golden berries, I'm gonna bring, because I don't think my mom's ever tried a golden berry. I thought they were called gooseberries. But they're just so good. They're kind of like little tomatoes, but they're sweet. They're really, really, really sweet. Okay, mildly sweet. Not like super sweet, but not like candy, obviously, but kind of like the texture of like a tomato where they just, like those little tomatoes, you pop them in your mouth. I don't, because I'm not a big fan of tomatoes unless they're in a salsa. Unless they're in a salsa or like a sauce. I'm not really like a let's just eat tomatoes just for fun kind of person. Like, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, so they have the texture and the consistency like of a little tiny tomato. They kind of just like pop in your mouth, but they're sweet. Like it's a fruit. It's not but then again, so are tomatoes. But these are really, really sweet. They're nice and refreshing. They pop in your mouth and they're just so good. And I never had one until I went to Ecuador, and I'm like, these are great. These are so good. And yes, I drive without my hands. I'm just so used to driving with my knee. I'm so used to driving with it. I know, don't do that at home. Don't try this at home. Don't try that at home. But yeah, it's, unless for like I need to turn or I need to like, you know, I really don't use these to drive. Are you guys still listening to this video? I mean, that's so sweet. That's really, really sweet. Did you guys, because right now I'm passing a cemetery, did you back in the day used to turn the volume down when you passed like a cemetery? We used to do that as kids. Like my brother and I don't know, maybe I think he still does it. But I'm like, oh, they're not hanging out there. They're not hanging out at the cemetery. You know what I mean? They're not there. I mean, obviously, like if you go visit, you know, pay respect, you know, like I believe like they do come around if you go visit them, but I don't think they're hanging out in there. It's just such a silly thing that we used to do. Or we used to do like the bediddle. Do you guys remember that? If you see like a one headlight, or if you pass like a graveyard, did you guys used to do that? We used to do that. I haven't done that in ages, and I don't know what reminded me of the graveyard. It reminded me of that. So if you guys can hear my music, I don't know if you can. Random. I go from like Day to Remember to the Rolling Stones to like Enya to I don't know, anywhere. My music is so random. You can ask my friends that too. Like they come over and they're like, your music just bounces, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I love it. I love music so much. My music is just, it's very, very random. I just love music so much. And every week I do the weekly discovery on Spotify. So like I find new artists and new songs that way. And another thing too, like if I'm doing readings, sometimes I'll have music playing in the background, and it kind of, like it'll channel messages sometimes. Like I'm not even, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, do you ever think of like somebody, or like a song comes on, or like there's just a message that comes on in a song and you're like, wow, there's no way right now that artist just said that line. Like, because I don't know, it's just weird. It's not weird. It takes a lot for me to think something's weird. But I do that where it's like, if I'm thinking of something or somebody, and like a song will just play out of nowhere, and that's like, that would never play. It's like, wow, all right, we're in sync right now. We're in sync. I got you. Or sometimes just messages will come on when I'm listening to songs. It happens more oftentimes than not. And I love that. I really love that. Because, you know, like we can, hold on, you guys. What's going on? Our loved ones can channel messages to us, especially through music. So our loved ones can connect with us in ways of coins, feathers, numbers, music, electronics. Like you think your phone's going off and you go to grab your phone and there's nothing there. That's an example. Or even things like as little as like your phone not working, or your TV kind of messing up, or you know, your internet's not working. That's another thing too, that like our loved ones can connect to us with, is anything like lights flickering. That's a big one. Music, like a song comes on and like it's like, that's crazy, this song reminds me of my grandmother. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Those are huge signs and symbols that, like, you know, your loved ones are trying to connect with you. So, you know, if you get frustrated, your phone's not working, whatever, it's your loved one kind of connecting with you. So I really think that, I really believe that, you know. Or if you smell a fragrance, you know, like that happens all the time too, where, you know, you smell a fragrance and it's like, I smell a perfume, but I'm not wearing that perfume. There's no one in my place. That's another thing. All right, you guys, so I am about to pull up in a minute. So I want to thank you guys so much. If you guys have been like listening and checking in, like, awesome. Wait, no, I got the light. All right, I got another minute. How long does it take me to get? All right, 25 minutes. I'll say 25. But I want to thank you guys so much for checking in and listening. Wow, it still smells like this. I love the scent of roses. And I got this this air freshener. This smells like roses. And not like a fake version, not like a fake version of roses. Like, it actually smells like real roses. It smells so good. That's my favorite scent, I think. Besides, okay, so sage I love. Sage and roses are my two top favorite scents. Obviously, besides like food, you know, and like garlic cooking or, you know, something really tasty. That's all, you guys. If you've been listening, thank you so much for listening to this. I don't know, I'm just kind of been letting you guys see what I'm saying, like random. If you guys have been listening, thank you so much for listening. I don't know how entertaining this channel. I mean, thank you so much. I gotta watch my words. And I just stopped myself. See what I did there? I stopped myself from saying something negative, even though I was halfway through that. And yeah, that's all for today, you guys. I'm almost at my mom's. I'm gonna go in the pool, wake up a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna get a Red Bull because it's 2 o'clock right now. And I just, you know, maybe it's not a great idea if I want to sleep tonight. And that's all, you guys. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening and checking in. Love you. Bye. Oh, and I forgot I just pulled up and I'm like, why didn't I mention animals? Because I just saw this bird at the end of the driveway. And animals are huge a way of connecting with their loved ones. So if any of these resonate with you, let me know. Because I've experienced all of the situations that I've mentioned. So anyway, so I can't believe I forgot animals. Yeah, of course, animals. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.